My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days?
Hi lovers, hi sweeties, hi Bantubami, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. For those who see me for the first time, hi babies, please feel comfortable, you are welcome, and please stay. Please click that subscribe button, okay, so that you can be the member of the Bantubami family. And again, for my subscribers, for my people, for Abantubami who are coming back to the channel, lovers, I'm back, and this time around I'm back with the story time. I know, so probably in one or two videos that I've shot before, I've always maybe told you a story or told you something and then said, no, that's a story of another day. Now I sat down and said to myself, I have many stories to tell. Let me just sit down and tell the story instead of saying that's a story of another day. Okay? So every day, every Sunday, we're gonna have a story time. So we're gonna call it Sundays are for story time. Welcome, welcome. So guys, I'm gonna tell you a story about how I was kicked out of a meeting at work. If I tell you I was kicked out of a meeting, guys, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm the problem. I think I'm the problem because why kicked out by a sub manager, someone who's like 7 years older than me? I don't know. I feel like you are feeling threatened by a kid and someone who's lower than you, because why are you throwing me out of the meeting? It's a chilled day at work. I mean, the 18th of August, everything goes well as usual, nothing surprising. And they call me in the office and they say like, come to the meeting. Okay, I go to the meeting. Obviously, as the head of the office, I attend weekly meetings with the supervisors and the managers. Sharp, they open the meeting, they share the meeting, and then they're like, okay, office, it's your turn, tell us what's happening, what are your concerns, what are you advising on, and so on and so on. Sharp. I raise a point, I'm not going to talk about all the points, but I raise this one point. I say, during the week, not during the week, but during the past 2 weeks, I haven't been attending a meeting because all the days where they have meetings, it happens that I'm off, or maybe we are so pressured in the office that we can't leave the office for the meetings. So I tell them that one of the days it happened that they asked me to give a clerk a warning letter because the clerk fought with the customer and the clerk was insulting the customer. And I tell them that I did give the clerk the warning letter. Obviously, I was instructed by the managers, but I now say I believe that everything that happens in the branch or everything that clerks are doing is something that we are doing as the senior employees or the management in the branch. So they didn't understand me, and I'm like, point number one, we are not the supervisors are not practicing customer service as they want the clerks to practice it. And obviously the clerks are going to look up to you, even if they don't look up to you, because we're all grown up at work. You know what to do, you know what's wrong, but obviously they will do it because you're doing it. And the time you send them in the office to go and sign warning letters and so on, they're not gonna sign it because they will say, why are you giving me a warning letter when you didn't give supervisor so-and-so warning letter? So I'm advising them that, guys, whatever that you preach and whatever that you want the clerks to do is something that you should do too. Because you cannot tell me, Ugusi, I should greet the customers when you as my senior, you don't greet the customers, you do not respect the customers, right? So I was like, okay, fine. I would like the supervisors to take this into consideration. English. You guys must practice what you preach. You must show the clerks how you are treating the customers, and this is how the customer service you are expecting from them. This is how you want them to practice the customer service to keep the customers happy. and the customer coming back to the branch. And the other manager says, who is that? Who's that supervisor? That supervisor must be given a warning letter. Mind you, this thing happened long time ago, like 2 weeks back. And obviously when the clerk came to me, the clerk was signing a warning letter, and she tells me that, but it's unfair for me to sign a warning letter while supervisor so-and-so does the same thing and nobody says anything about it. I'm like, I didn't know. Nobody told me about that, or the managers did not notice that, or there were no customers that were complaining about that. Ne? So I'm not gonna go and confront a person based on who said I have a hearsay. I also told the managers that we cannot give a warning letter to someone for into the past 2 weeks. Secondly, we were not there. We do not know the whole story, and we cannot just, because someone said you insulted a customer, now we're giving you a warning letter. And also, I'm not going to give him the name of the person that said that and the name of the supervisor. Okay, cool. I tell them that before we even say that person should be given a warning letter, are any measures taken by the managers to ensure that the customer service that we are giving the customers is the proper one that they practice, or maybe they were told by the managers? Obviously, the managers must instill this thing to the supervisors, and the supervisors give it to the clerks. Do you understand? There must be some sort of training, some sort of reminding them that, no, actually, remember, we do A, B, C, D, so and so, and we're not expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from you guys. Is it not Mr. Peanut saying, whoa, you can't be talking like that. You can't be telling managers what to do. Why are you talking like you are the manager? Ever since this meeting started, where now you are talking like you are the manager, who are you? Lapo, he's telling me all this nonsense in front of the other people here. I'm surprised. I'm like, but manager, how are you expecting me to talk? Or how should I talk? Should I now say yes ma'am, yes sir, into something that I know that is wrong? Or should I not advise you? Because obviously I'm working in the side of the office, I'm working in the side of HR. I know that in order for someone to be given a warning letter, step 1, 2, 3, 4 must be followed. And he says, are you done? I'm looking at him, I'm like, I'm not done. I'm asking you, how should I talk? So that you will not feel like ngikobile, or I'm acting as the director and the authority of this meeting. Mind you, I'm still calm. My heart is beating fast. Sorry guys, my heart is beating fast. I'm trying to be calm, because how are you talking to me like that and you expect me to be calm? I am trying to be calm. I'm talking as slow as I can. Like, my expression is showing that I'm annoyed. You didn't just interrupt me talking in the meeting and advising the other fellow managers in the meeting. You ambush me with the nonsense talk and say I talk like I'm a manager. Meeting. He says, are you done? I'm like, I was asking a question, but if you're not gonna answer, that's okay. And he says, yeah, you can go back to the office. The points that I had written down for this meeting has not been laid out. I've not even asked the questions from the fellow supervisors and head clerks. And you are chasing me out of the meeting because I'm telling you facts. Guys, I left the meeting, went straight to the office, continued my work. Obviously, I tell the ladies in the office, guys, I've never been disappointed and frustrated in my life. Firstly, I'm disappointed in how you as a leader failed to call me aside and tell me, okay, Nondumiso, I understand what you're saying, but you could have advised us singularly whatsoever. And then if maybe Bengwen's wrong, and I apologize, and like, I'm sorry, manager, I'm sorry. You decides that you got. I'm sorry about that. I was called by this other manager because I am the problem actually. Okay, cool, sharp. Later on the day, one of our payouts, she got a call from home. So now she's asking to be released because it's like it's a whole family emergency. She needs to go. And then she goes to the manager. Okay, she received a call in the office, and then she's like, guys, I'm like, please go to the manager. I don't want a problem. I'm not taking any decisions. I am just gonna sit down and mind my own business, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be a fight, because it seems like Nyapusha now. I'm hungry, I'm power hungry and stuff, and I'm not like that. Cool. The lady goes to the manager, the same manager, Mr. Peanuts. Goes to the manager, told the manager she has a problem with 1, 2, and 3. The manager comes to the office. Mr. Peanuts comes to the office. He sits on top of the table. He's like, so in the office, it's me and my other colleague. We are sitting together. Obviously, she's helping me with counting my, transferring whatever transactions that I do. I count the money. So at that point, at that time, it was around like 4:30 to 5. Obviously, we do not have much work in the office at that time. It was just preparing so that we can start Amikisha late. He comes to the office and he's like, I'm gonna do payouts. We look at each other and he's like, no one. And he says, so what must we do? There was a moment of silence in the office. And because I was still mad, mind you, I was still mad. I was like, we have no say. We are not managers. I pumpered a tire. The tire was about to burst. He goes out, he comes back. He sits on the table again. He says, Nondumiso, I don't like what you're doing, in front of the other colleague. You can't be taking everything personal in this life. This is life. This is the world. The world works like this. You can't be taking things personal. You should know your place. I decided to know my place. Decided to shush. So while he's saying that, I'm like, but what did I do wrong? Because I'm advising you. So you cannot advise us like that. We are managers. We know what we're doing. He continues telling me that he's been a manager for 3 years. What's in other companies that he's been working at. I did not dispute that you're a manager. Did I refuse? Did I say you are less of a manager because I'm advising you? Where is teamwork? I was like, sorry. Okay, sorry. Now, day goes. Later on, he comes to the office. Now he comes to the office, he doesn't talk to me. Whenever he wants something, he wouldn't talk to me. He will ask the other lead. Mind you, I am sitting on the computer where whatever that he wants, he will get it from that computer. He will call Loveness and say, Loveness, I want 1, 2, 3, and 4. Later on, he told he told the other lady, we'll call her lady 2, I want 2, 3, and 4. Knowing exactly that he must actually communicate with all of us. So now he's carrying the beef, and he's telling me that he's carrying the beef. Why he told me that Lapa emhlabeni, this is how things work. I should not take things personal. But you're the one that is taking things personal now. Should I now remind you, you as a manager, that as much as you've been a manager for 3 years, I've been the office HR admin for 5 years. I actually know what I'm doing. And I've been in this company for 8 years. Guys, I was so mad. I was so mad. So to wrap this up, I and the manager, we do not talk. Because I am not about to be the bigger person while you insulted me continuously and you don't see anything wrong. So now I should come and apologize. I also don't see anything wrong. When he comes to the office, I gladly grab my cup. I have a jug. It's like a Stanley cup, but it's not a Stanley cup. I gladly grab my cup and I exit in the office. Hats are officing again, because if the situation forces us to be in the same space, Mr. Peanut cannot humble himself, swallow his ego, and call me aside and tell me that I actually didn't like 1, 2, and 3, but I apologize for doing 1, 2, and 3, so that I can also apologize if I did wrong. Actually ask you, where did I go wrong? 2, 3, and 4. Obviously I'll know it's okay, fine, this is what I did wrong, and I'll tell you that I'm sorry for doing 1, 2, and 3. My intention was not to humble you, to embarrass you, or to make you feel like you're threatened by me. Imagine you've been a manager for 3 years, but somehow you are threatened by me. Because you cannot tell me that you just became angry for the fact that I'm spitting facts. I'm spitting facts. I'm telling you that this is how you should go about 1, 2, and 3. So because you didn't think of it, or you do not understand it, but you've been a manager for 3 years, you see the need of telling me that I'm not a manager, I shouldn't be talking like a manager. Guys, retail will humble you. Woo! I am humbled. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up here. Thank you for watching, guys. Please make sure that you like, okay? Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay for another video. There's a thank you. Bye, Bantubami.